Oh my goodness, it has come to my attention that some of you have not seen or read The Hunger Games. Babe, you know what that means. We're about to do a full breakdown of the series, why you should watch it. I think that this is one of the best book and movie series of all time. Let's get into it. So The Hunger Games is a book series written by Suzanne Collins, who first rose to literary fame for writing the epic fantasy novel series, The Underland Chronicles. Writing these books was no doubt perfect preparation to pen the absolute masterpiece that is the Hunger Games trilogy. The first book, The Hunger Games, came out in 2008, while we as a world were grappling with the financial crisis. And many people now joke that The Hunger Games only returns every time there is a global recession, as there was a book most recently released in 2020, and the film adaptation comes later this year. Now, just to note, the new book that came out in 2020 is a prequel, and it takes place many years before Katniss Everdeen's story, so it is not a continuation. Now, The Hunger Games follows the story of a girl named Katniss Everdeen, who lives in a post-apocalyptic Northern America called Panem. Panem is divided into 12 districts, including a capital city. Similar to other dramas that explore how greed and capitalism and authoritarianism constantly strive to recreate hierarchies, districts are very much ordered around your station in life. District 12 is commonly known to be the poorest district. As you get closer to the capital, the most valuable resources that your district is known for increase in value, lifespan increases, working conditions increase, as does propaganda and obsession with the capital in District 1. And because Katniss lives in poverty, because after the untimely death of her father, her mother fell to pieces and entered a kind of catatonic state of numbness, she has now become the primary breadwinner for her family and is responsible for finding food for her mother and her younger sister Prim. Apart from Prim and her mother, the only other person that is really important to Katniss is Gale Hawthorne. When we first meet Katniss, her and Gale have been friends for many years, and because they're still young, they haven't found the appropriate way to express their attraction for each other. They primarily spend their time escaping beyond the electric fence, that they're not allowed to go beyond, by the way, but because they're District 12 and a low priority, ironically named peacekeepers, who are a militaristic force that upholds the capital's power, don't really enforce the rules, at least in the beginning of the series, because they don't really care about District 12. And as we learn from the books, the peacekeepers in District 12 break the rules when it suits them, especially when it comes to trading illegally at the Hop, which is a kind of marketplace where you can get food and various items. So Katniss and Gale, who hunt in the woods by day, will then trade whatever game they've captured in exchange for food for their families. Now, I'm almost out of time, but don't worry, there's going to be a whole series of videos about a whole series of books and movies that I know a lot of you have seen, but for those who haven't, I really want to sell you on this because I think that they're one of the best book series ever, and they have such a good message about all the things we should avoid as a society. Stop here and go for part 2 to find out more.